Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Joe Somebody, and it's been another small, short amount of time since I made a video. Well, I'm sorry about that. It's just, but all that doesn't matter because I'm right here, right now, and I had this weird idea. All of a sudden I was just like, hey, I should make a video about some things that I have at my house that just make sense, make my life better, make my life easier, or, things that are good. One of the things that we got when we moved to this house a little over a year ago that I feel like has been a really solid investment for us. I bought the Eero 6. It comes with 3 small routers. If you're not familiar with mesh Wi-Fi, what this system does for you is give you your main router, just like any other wireless system, but it also gives you these other satellite routers that you place throughout your house. They're really not bad to look at, and they connect to each other wirelessly, and other devices can connect to the satellites. So for instance, here in my office room where I do things and have my computer stuff sitting here, I have one of them in this room. I have one in our living room connected to our internet service provider modem. That one is the main one. And then upstairs in our bonus room where my son has all the game consoles and all that kind of stuff, we have another one up there. And that way, no matter where you are in our home, you're going to get a good Wi-Fi signal, and it's really been just fantastic. If you have a fairly large home or multi-level home, or just have a lot of devices on your network, such as smart lights and smart garage door controllers and security cameras and TVs and all these things, phones, tablets, if you have all that kind of stuff, you can have too many devices per access point. These mesh Wi-Fi systems make it not only great for coverage, but also enough capacity to be able to handle all of these devices connecting. Another thing on that list that just makes sense is the Philips Hue wireless bulbs and bridge. They've been around for several years, and we've had one in our home for probably 6 years or so. The Philips Hue system is expandable. We've added light bulbs in multiple rooms. We have some outside, we have some inside. I think we're literally spoiled on it. I mean, we don't touch lamps and light switches and stuff like that almost ever. I've got my stuff programmed with routines. We have lights that automatically turn on at wake up time in the morning and then go off once we're gone for the day. As soon as it gets dark outside, pretty much the entire house is lit with lamps, and we don't have to use overhead lighting. We don't have to think about it. It's just smart lighting. It just makes sense. And even when we're traveling, when we're out of town, when we're working, when we're visiting my mother, wherever we're at, when it gets dark, our house is still lit. It's very warm when we come home and inviting. We turn on our outside lights at our front porch and in our driveway so that as we're coming home, we're not coming home to a real dark driveway, can't see to get into the front door, that kind of thing. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Wonderful invention. Another thing on that list would be the wireless security camera system from Arlo that we've had for the last several years. I never really realized it before, but I'm kind of a private person. I mean, I know I make videos that are intended for everyone on the internet to see, and I mean everyone needs to see them. But overall, like, my space is my space, not to be confused with MySpace, the website that I think is now defunct. But I want to know what goes on here when I'm asleep, when I'm out of town, when I'm at work. I want to know when I get a package delivered to my front door. I want to know when my neighbors walk through my yard. I even want to know when a random neighborhood dog goes into my backyard because it crawled up under my fence and it really annoyed me and I had to come home from work to get it out. But I want to know. The system I bought has 3 outdoor cameras. I added a Arlo video doorbell to the front door. That's a 4th camera. And then we have one of the Arlo Q cameras that's an indoor camera. The 3 outdoor cameras are completely wireless, battery powered. They connect wirelessly to the bridge that's inside the house. The doorbell draws power from the doorbell system, so that's great. The indoor camera has a power supply that it plugs into, so it never has to have a battery change. Night vision, motion detection, even audio. These things are just super cool. They make sense in our home. Something else that really makes sense in our home is the Nest Smart Learning Thermostat. Now, my first experience with Nest was in our former house. I bought a thermostat, I bought the Nest smoke detectors, Everything worked together. I really loved that system. And when we moved to this house, it was a new construction. It had Honeywell programmable thermostats in the house. I really missed the Nest. My lovely wife bought me a new Nest thermostat for this house. I installed it a couple days after Christmas, and man, I had really missed having that control on your phone to adjust your temperature. A lot of energy saving stuff there. While we're gone, we can adjust the temperature. It knows when we leave the house. It knows when we're home. It does a fantastic job for us in helping us regulate the temperature and making us more comfortable. It just really makes sense. Everything makes sense. Another new device we have in our home that just makes sense is a Roomba. I bought my wife the Roomba actually for a birthday present, which I thought might have been a little bit risky. Hey, as a gift for you, I got you something to help us clean the house with that I'm actually probably going to play with more than you. But I had the best of intentions because that means, you know, there's less stuff, manual things for her to have to do. But we got this little thing. We welcomed it into our house. The one we have is actually the Roomba. Let me look to be sure. We got the Roomba 694 from iRobot. I know a little bit more now, but I had no idea when I was shopping for this thing what the differences in the models were and what was important. I've done a little bit more research, and I've got to say I really like the 694, especially at the price point that I got it at. But overall, I think that there are better ones on the market. I don't know about other brands, but I know specifically iRobot has the i3 series, I think it is, and some other ones that actually can map out your home using sensors, so they're a little bit more efficient, and you can actually tell it, you know, go clean just this one room. Now the 694 is no slouch. Our house is 2,375 square feet. Some of that is upstairs, and of course it can't go up the stairs, so we have to carry it up there if we want it to clean. But it will do the majority of our downstairs area. That sounded kind of dirty. Awkward, but blow past it. It does a fantastic job on the hardwood floors. It goes up onto the rugs and cleans the rugs. It gets into corners. It goes actually up under our couch and is able to clean under the couch, places that are hard to reach normally with a regular broom or vacuum cleaner. It can be scheduled to go out and do its own thing, but because of the way it handles running into my dog and running over cables and sometimes wadding up a rug as it runs over it, we like to be present and watch it while it works. So it's not one of those things that I schedule to run while we're not here, which is kind of what I originally thought. I tend to get my phone out, tell it to clean everywhere, and then, you know, I'm doing other things around the house and just kind of spot checking on it. I think in the future I may look at one of the smarter versions, but I'm looking here, there's a Roomba S9 Plus that's $1,099. Our 694 seems to be retailing about $275. Truth be told, and don't tell my wife, I think I got it for $180. It's fantastic for what we paid for it. Well, that's going to do it for this list of some things that we have that are just make sense and make our life a little bit easier. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun. It was a fun little video. I haven't had fun making a video in a while. I hope to do more of the fun video making, and we used to hang out. And, you know, if you're new and you found this video, we should hang out. We should spend some quality time together. So make sure you subscribe, click the like button. I'd say follow me on Facebook, but I'm not using my Facebook a whole lot or my Twitter account. So if you want to interact with me, you have comments, you have questions, you want more in-depth video of any of the things, you know, leave me some sort of comment here on YouTube. Those are the kind of things that really help a channel grow. And even though I've had this channel a long time, it almost died and I'm trying to revive it. So thanks very much for watching. I'm Joe Somebody, and I will see you next time.